1960s, mid to late 60s, 17-inch black and white all tube TV set. This is a Siera. It's a Philips clone. And the Philips model number is the 17tx291a. It's same set, just rebranded. It's all original, and I've been working on it for a couple of hours, and it's working now. And I'm going to tell you the very few things that I had to do to make it work. Alright, so first thing was a visual inspection, of course. I got here a very safe European approved power cord. Very safety approved. And anyway, first thing I did was replace the boost filter capacitor, which is this. This is just temporary for testing purposes. You see that big black tar cap right there on the bottom. They short. They don't leak, they just short. They take away the flyback, so if you ever service one of these sets, 1960s Philips, or pretty much any other tube set, first capacitor to replace is that one, because nobody wants a bad flyback. Next thing I did was, you see that big cap flopping around in there, completely deformed and melted. That cap is on the heater chain. This is a series string, so all the valve filaments or heaters are in series. And the first valve of the string is the PL36 horizontal output, and right after that is this 100 nanofarad tar capacitor to ground. And they short. This one was shorted, and here we have a PL36 with a completely open filament. And because I am stupid, I put in a good used replacement, and sure enough, blew up the filament right away. So if you ever work on one of these, cut the capacitor out of circuit, do whatever testing or repairs that you have to make, and then if you like to, you can replace the capacitor. If you don't want to replace it, it will work fine without it. I'm not sure of the purpose of that capacitor, probably to filter some kind of pulses that may exist on the filaments of the horizontal output, to avoid them to enter the filaments of the other valves because of some inter-electrode capacitance. Those filaments, those pulses might get onto the filaments of the other valves and possibly onto their cathodes and interfere with the operation of the set. I'm not noticing any problems, so I don't think that's a critical part, but I'm not gonna leave it cut open. I'm going to replace it, but for now it works. We will need to replace this socket because it's very flaky. The tuner is dirty, and got here the finish is flaking off. We'll need to strip this and refinish it. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. I hate doing that, but it's a very compact and very good looking set. This is plywood. It's curved. It's very pretty. And these TVs come with a mirror finish from the factory, piano, like a piano finish. It's very, very beautiful. Got there our 800 ohm speaker. These TVs don't use an output transformer for audio, they use an 800 ohm speaker directly coupled to the output tube, and they sound very, very, very good. Anyway, I'm going to got here a DVD, the movie modulator, and I'm gonna fire it up just so you can see. Nice filament flash there. That's very typical of some tubes. If you replace the tubes that flash, the problem will go away, but I never had any issues with that. Lots of my TVs do that. Right there, there's a dropping resistor that has been replaced. Flyback looks like a replacement too. We got some duct tape on the anode connection there. Couple of things that need to be sorted. Not many capacitors to change on this one. These use most of the capacitors are this yellow mustard ones. A little bit of arcing there on the anode connector, of course. Yep. CRT is a little bit dim, but I have a replacement. Picture seems to be short on height. The vertical is very, very stable, very solid. The vertical on these TVs is very, very noisy. I don't know if you can hear it. Yeah, I bet you can. It's very, very noisy, and that's typical of these sets. It's annoying as hell, but there's nothing we can really do about that. Don't want to run it for a long period of time. Need to do some maintenance on it. It will be a fun project. I think we have lost horizontal lock. Oh no. Oh yeah, we lost horizontal lock. There we go. A little bit critical, the horizontal lock. Probably bad filter caps. You probably have lots of ripple on the B+. Anyway,